Hi there guys, so it's basically been about a month now since the last update. About a month ago I added the bacteria into the system to start the cycling, and I tested the water and everything looked good to go, so soon we'll be adding some fish to the water. So there's just a couple of other things I want to add to the tank first. So what I want to add is some pieces of coral rock into the sump. That's going to help to stabilize the pH of this reef aquarium and also provide some more surface area for beneficial bacteria. So I don't want to add the coral rock just straight into the system because then it's difficult to clean and difficult to get out. So I bought these bags. It's like normally used for washing, to put in your socks and things like that before it goes into the washing machine. I'm going to fill it up with some coral rock and then I'm going to add it into my sump. Check it out. Mesh bag where the holes are big enough so lots of water can flow through the bag, and not too big so that the coral pieces will actually fall out, drop out. So the reason why I know that the cycle on the reef aquarium has been completed is because I actually test the water, I don't just guess. And what I like to use is the JBL Aquatest 7-in-1 test strips. Now these are not the most accurate, but the reason why I like them is because it gives you a nice general idea of the most important parameters, and then if you see that something looks a bit off, then you can buy the liquid test kits and go more into depth and into more detail. You get 50 strips, but what I always do is I take a scissor, I cut the strip in half, and then you get 100 tests instead of 50, and you can still see nice and clearly the test results. So I took a strip and I tested and I compared the color. You see at the back you get the instructions and the details, and then everything looked really nice, really good. So that's how I know that it's ready and time to add some fish. And then something else that I also added to the reef aquarium is the SW15 Jebao propeller pump, Wavemaker. It's rated 1,200 to 13,000 liters per hour is the flow rate. So this one has a magnet, so you stick the magnet on the outside and this part comes on the inside. So this is more or less what the controller looks like. This is actually the controller for the smaller 2, 4 and 8 models, because the 15 model is already busy running on my tank, so I didn't take off the controller. So I'm just going to use this controller to explain to you how it works. So you have this speed feed button, so every time when you click on the speed, then it will go up another speed level until it reaches the full speed, and then when you click it again, then it will start going down all the way to the slowest speed. If you hold in the feed, hold in this button, it goes to the feed mode, where it will give you opportunity to feed the fish without making lots of waves. Then this button is for master control and slave control, especially useful for when you have more than one Wavemaker running on the same system, same control. So I don't really use this one a lot. And then this knob is really useful for when you have the different modes selected. You have fast and you have slow, where you can basically tell the Wavemaker how fast and how slow it should shift between the different patterns, and so you can create lots of different patterns of waves. Slow means that there will be a longer pause between the Wavemaker taking a break and sending out another wave, where fast means that the Wavemaker will send out a wave, send out a wave, send out a wave quickly after each other. You can see on the control there are two main styles. There's W1 and W2. W1 and W2 in the picture kind of explains to you what the wave is going to look like. In W2 it switches between 30% power and 100% power, where in W1 it's all the way from 0 to 100, and in H mode it's just a stable blow. So you just click on the mode button to select the different modes, and then you can just hold in the mode button to go into night mode, where during the nighttime, according to the light sensor, it will slow down the speed of the Wavemaker. So that is what the Wavemaker looks like, quite a nice size. And then here on top you can see I've set it so it blows here on top. You can see it blows and then takes a break and blows again and takes a break. Really nice, working great so far. And now the next thing that I'm going to add is the carbon. So in the previous video when I talked about the salt and mixing the salt water, I showed you the carbon that I'm going to be using. I've got 2 packs of Marinium activated carbon. I'm just going to use 1 pack, so I'm going to open it up and throw it in the sump between one of the baffles, so it's going to have lots of water flow. So this is what it looks like when it comes out of the box. So it's already in a container, so I'm going to take it out of the plastic and then I'm going to run it under fresh water for about 5 minutes just to take out some air bubbles and maybe any dust that's stuck in it, and then I'm going to throw it in the sump. So now that I've rinsed it nicely, I can take it and place it in between the baffle here in the sump.